I dare us to get grouped. And these are banned. Nigeria coaching staff, NFF, they are banned. Okay? They're banned. I still live in fear. I still live in fear that Nigeria won't qualify for the 800 team World Cup. If the Trump Cup has polar bears, the Antarctic, Alaska there, bro, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. I don't even know what to freaking tell you. So, let's look at this Afcon draw. All right, let's check this out. So, let's look at Group A. Obviously, these are the hosts. Morocco, Mali, Zambia, Comoros. Now, if you're Morocco, the main team to fear if you're Morocco is, of course, what's it called? Mali. But obviously, we have the Mali coach. Zambia can always be a bit tricky. Comoros, I think Comoros are the guys who dunked on our cousins Ghana. But if you're Morocco, this should be 9 points, at worst 7. If we're saying that they draw to Mali. But I think Morocco is preferred. So I'm looking at Morocco and Mali to get to that group. Group B, Egypt, South Africa, Angola, Zimbabwe. That's tricky. That's tricky for Lala and Mushi. South Africa are good. And I remember that game that we played South Africa, which had to go to penalties. Angola are tough. And Zimbabwe can always be tricky. They can always be very tricky. So if you're Egypt, they should go through, but this isn't the most straightforward. So if I'm looking at that, I won't be surprised if South Africa top that group and Egypt come second. So that's my big take. I think South Africa top the group and Egypt come second. So I'm going to say South Africa first, Egypt to come second. Group D, look at Group C. Senegal, DR Congo, who I always like to watch, Benin and Botswana. I think 9 points for Senegal. It should be a clean sweep. So I think Senegal, DR Congo, boom. I don't think Benin and Botswana should give them any issues. So I'm going to say Senegal should come top, DR Congo come second. So that should be straightforward. Group E, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, who surprised everybody in the last Afcon, and Sudan. Burkina Faso are actually are not bad. Shout out to, rest in peace, the legend Stephen Keshi, because it was Burkina Faso who we beat in the Afcon final in 2013. Shout out to Sunday Umba. I'm going to just say Sudan. I think Sudan will finish bottom. So I'm looking at Algeria, Burkina Faso, and Equatorial Guinea. Okay, here's the thing, though. So if you know the Afcon, this is something that is very true with the Afcon. North African teams normally do really well when it's hosted in North Africa. When it's hosted in North Africa. So I do feel that, you know what? Okay, I'm just going to go crazy. I'm going to say Algeria. Okay, I'm going to say Algeria top, Equatorial Guinea second, Burkina Faso there. So Algeria top, Algeria top, Equatorial Guinea second, Burkina Faso third, and I'm going to say Sudan in fourth. Group F, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Gabon, and Mozambique. So the defending champs, I think how you view it, I think that's how it's going to be. I think Ivory Coast will top the group, Cameroon will come second, Gabon third, and I think Mozambique fourth. I think it's a really good Ivory Coast team, and especially if and I hope they still have the same coach. I think it's the same coach who won the Ivory Coast football manager. It's still MS Faye. It still is. It's MS Faye. Who was amazing. Bro, when you just look at the story of what they were able to do, it was amazing. Group C. Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, Danity, what up, baby? Tanzania. Here's the thing. So remember what I said? And I'll get that these are bad. But let's just do the group, then I'll talk about it in general. Tunisia. With this team, we might struggle against Tanzania. We struggled against the Tasmanian Devils, bro. So, because I think toughest game, Tunisia will be the toughest game, I think. But I don't want to sleep on Uganda. I don't want to sleep on Uganda or Tanzania. So I don't want to tempt fate. On paper, Nigeria should top the group. You see, Nigeria should top this group. Okay, let's just be real. Nigeria should top this group. So if, let's say, Tunisia could be a draw, you have to beat Uganda and Tanzania. So I think it's going to be Nigeria. Fingers crossed, Nigeria top, Tunisia second, Uganda third, Tanzania. But here's the thing. But again, I told you North Africa tax. Because I'm about to say that I think Uganda could surprise Tunisia. But I think it's going to finish at that. Nigeria top, Tunisia second, Uganda third, Tanzania fourth. So looking at this as a whole, I think, look, if we're looking at the favorites here, man, I do believe that home tax, come on, Morocco. So I think clear favorites for me, Ivory Coast, Morocco. Morocco because it's still a good team. They're the first African team to reach the semis and they're playing at home. They grossly underperformed at the Ivory Coast Afcon. So I think they should do a lot better because it's home nation tax. And Ivory Coast, same manager, same coach, same team, same aesthetic. But the thing for Ivory Coast though is, did they do well because of just the incredible support they got from the home crowd? And are they still going to play with that same kind of energy and chemistry and electricity that they did once that crowd was behind them? I don't really know. Senegal are always strong. Senegal are always strong. So, because I think it's the new coach for Senegal. Hold on. I think it's the new coach for hold up. Senegal football manager. Oh, it's him. Yeah, so because I thought Ali Cisse, what? Senegal parts company with Afcon winning coach Cisse. But it says here, October, Ali Cisse has been relieved of his position as Senegal coach after 9.5 years, 2nd of October. So is he in or is he not in? Hold up. Okay, yeah, no, he's no longer manager, no, because I just looked at no. So yeah, so he was relieved in 2nd of October. And I think a big reason why Senegal was so good was because of him. So I think him not being the coach, I think that could be a detriment. Now, people don't want to say this, but I don't say it. Salah, you still don't have an Afcon. Let me remove this real quick. Can you respect that dude there? Can you respect a person like Eto? So because see, this is what I need everyone to explain, because you need to respect how things work. I respect you're a Liverpool fan, and I respect that you love Salah. And I assume that you don't really watch African football, or you don't really respect African football. But these are just for those guys who have the audacity to put Salah ahead of Yaya Toure, ahead of Eto. Because to even be in the conversation for an African GOAT, you have to win the Afcon. Simple as that. What was I saying about Messi? Messi can't even enter the GOAT convo until he wins the World Cup. Once he wins the World Cup, he's now in that GOAT conversation. Salah can't be in the African GOAT conversation without winning the Afcon. Are you crazy? Heck no. So for Salah, you're on the clock. You are on the clock right now. And I think with each time that goes, because let's be real, if you're Egyptian, who do you have more respect for? Salah or Abu Trika? But look at all what Salah's done for the Premier League. He's won the Champions League. He could potentially win the Ballon d'Or. That's all cool. Do you know what Abu Trika did? And how important it was to 3 Afcons in a row? Egypt's golden age, and how they were able to dominate, when people would argue that Ivory Coast, man for man, was actually a better team than them. So, Salah, you're on the clock, bro. You are on the clock and you need to say what's up. And I'm looking at Morocco because Morocco were outstanding at that World Cup. Go look at that Morocco-France game again. They could have beaten France. They could have really beaten France. So I think that this would be a huge missed opportunity by Morocco if they don't win this at home. It's on home soil. You know your team is good enough. You know that you have the talent. You've got to get it done. So I think there's going to be massive pressure on Morocco to win it. I think for Morocco, they have to, at the very least, reach the final. In my view, anything short of the final will be a failure for Morocco. If they lose in the final, still an L. But if they don't make the final, that would be a complete and utter failure. That'd be a complete and utter failure. So I think looking at this, I think the beauty of this Afcon is I think it's very open. I don't think Ivory Coast will be as good as they were in that last Afcon. I'm not sure about Senegal. I'm not sure about Egypt. Morocco, home nation tax, but I don't know whether that pressure will get to them. Look, here's the thing. Remember what I said? This is banned. I don't know. I do not want the head coach of my team to have water poured on his neck. You know what I said? I don't want the head coach of my team to have water poured on his neck. I don't want that. Please. I don't want that for my head coach. No. Mali, you can do that? No, we don't do that here in Nigeria. Can Nigeria win this? Yes. They can. And I think, jokes aside, he is a good coach. He's a good manager. We have the players. We have the personnel. And last I checked, we have the reigning African Footballer of the Year. Ademola is that dude. So Ade is that dude. So with Ademola in that team, oh my gosh, we can do fantastic things. So if the team does what it does, is structured well, Osimhen can please finish his chances, and Lookman is bringing that Atalanta form into this, of course we can win it. Of course we can win it. If the team does what it does, we have the best player on the continent. So when you're going into tournaments, when you have the best player on the continent, you have to be one of the favorites and one of the guys who you think you can win. Like Argentina for several Copa Americas were like, no, we should win it because our team is decent and we have the best player on the continent. So what are we saying? But will we win it? I don't know. Now here's the thing. I mean, I know our guys listening, man. Because this is non-negotiable. Okay. This is absolutely 100% non-negotiable. So Eric Shell, Mr. Eric Shell, if you get grouped, you leave. Not sacked, you leave. I'll say it again, Mr. Eric Shell. If you don't get through that group, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania, you leave. It would be an insult if you don't leave and then you get sacked. That's the thing. I'll be real with you, because I've got to keep this. Like I'll keep it 3 stacks. Shout out to Andre 3K. I'll keep it three stacks. If anything short of the final is a failure. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Anything short of the final would be a failure. Based on reaching the final last time, based on we have the best player on the continent, anything short of a final, it will be a disappointment. And I'll be real, guys. I'll be with you. We should win this. Guys, screw it. I'm arrogant. We should win this. We have the best player on the continent. I'm sorry. The team is talented enough, and I rep Ademola. Bro, I rep Ademola. Look, Osimhen is that dude and everything. He's that dude. What I saw them do at the last Afcon, what I'm seeing this guy do for Atalanta as a single entity. Remember that goal he scored against Real Madrid? Remember that goal he scored against Courtois? Did you remember that goal he scored against Courtois? I rate this guy very highly. So if everyone does it, the keeper, the defender, the midfield, the tactics, and Debola can just be clutch, whether it's goal scoring or creating for Osimhen or Boniface. We have Osimhen. We have Boniface. Lookman. What are we saying here? What are we saying? And with just with those 3 guys, we can't win this damn thing. We can't win this. Come on. Afcon. So I'm looking for a full-on Afcon dub. A full-on Afcon dub. A full-on Afcon dub. All right, guys. One love, one love, one love, one love, one love. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.